Okay, so this video I wanted to go over a bite alarm I've been using. I've got a couple of these recent. Well, last spring I bought them. Really, really cheap, dirt cheap. There's a sort of like discount store nearby here that sells a little bit of everything, from electronics to household products to whatever, and they have fishing gear. Not a lot, but and they only seem to have it in the summer, springtime. They didn't have any last time I went, but it was really cheap, all the stuff, and most of it was pretty decent, I have to say. So this bite alarm came with the bank stick, came with the battery. It's one of these 12-volt batteries, these little ones, that are kind of hard to find and can be expensive. But if you order them online, they're pretty cheap. I got 5 Grundig batteries for €3. Um, anyway, it's a pretty simple design. So basically, I mean, that's the only shitty thing about this review. I cannot find these anywhere. I've looked on eBay, I've looked online. I looked at the model number. There's no name brand on it. I've only seen them at this shop for €4, and I've seen similar ones online. They're more than that, and they were without the bank stick. The bank stick, by the way, is extendable and made decent enough. I bought these cheap bank sticks from China, which are pretty much the same thing, except there's just this plastic Y at the top, and usually the glue comes off really fast. But yeah, it's a really simple design. 2 buttons. There's a power button, which also changes the volume, and then there's a tone button to change the tone, the pitch. That way, if you're using more than one, it's easier to tell which one is going off. So you just hold down the power button to turn it on, and that button will change the volume. We've got 4 different volumes, and then the tone button. And there's an LED light. When you do get a bite indication, so say I'll use a piece of paper to just mimic it, the light comes on and it'll keep flashing long enough for you to see which one is going off. It also works both directions, so if you get a drop-off indication, you'll hear that too, though the line won't have enough weight on it to do that. So that's where this wasn't included. I bought this cheap plastic bobbin off eBay from China for like $2.50 or something like that, $3 maybe. And with this attached to my line, when there is a drop off, I'll hear it. So yeah, I mean, I've used these since spring, in rain and snow, and I've had no problems with them. The only complaint really would be there's no way to tell if it's on or off, so it's very easy to forget to turn them off and kill the battery. The batteries last pretty long, several hours. So as cheap as they are, I just buy them in packs of 5 or something like that and just keep them in my backpack. I just got in the habit, when I start to pack up, as soon as I take the bank stick out, turn it off right away so I don't forget. And if you're not sure, you just hit a button. If there's no sound, okay, it's off. When it dies, it makes like a faint sound, this beeping sound, just continuous dying out, so it tells you when it's dying, which is good. But yeah, I don't think you can beat the price. Like I said, if I find them somewhere, I'll post a link in here. But other than that, hopefully they'll have them again this spring at the store I go to. I'll pick a couple more up for a backup because they work perfectly fine for me. I've had a lot more luck using these, I have to say, especially in the wintertime when the fish are more subtle in their bites, so it's very easy to miss bites and not even know you have something there. You'll just hear this kind of start to beep a couple times, and you'll see the bobbin just slightly moving. It's not current, or it's a leaf or something, and you're ready to strike the right moment. For these bobbins, yeah, I mean, there's enough room. They give enough space in between on the threads. I've seen people complain about that, where there wasn't enough space on the threads to put a thicker bobbin or this attachment. There's plenty of room on it. This one's kind of a thin one. These bobbins were crap I bought off eBay. They do the job, I have to say. They're just falsely advertised. So you have some thicker ones. It should still fit. You see there's enough threading. As far as these bobbins go, Yeah, I got them off eBay. They're advertised as LED light up bobbins from China. And I got one, and I couldn't figure out how does the light work. Where does it turn on? I wrote to the seller and asked them, and they said, "Oh, we send you a new one." Okay, so maybe it was defunct. They sent me a new one, and that time I was like, "Okay, what the hell? It does not work." So I took the whole thing apart. There's no light inside at all. It's just plastic, and that's where I said, "Okay, I want a refund. These are advertised as LED lights. They're not." And they gave me a refund, so I got 2 of them for free at the end. They do their job. I'll order new ones I've seen from China again for $4 or $5 that actually light up and you can plug them in. And by the way, this does have a port input here, a jack input to plug one in. So that's the next thing I'll try. I've never used those before. But yeah, this was some of the cheapest gear I've gotten that has really served me very well. There's, like I said, there's no name brand on the back. All it says is self-import agencies, an address in Amsterdam, Netherlands, and model number 128360175. I tried searching for them online. I couldn't find it. So maybe it'll come up somewhere. I had no luck. Honestly, if these were 15, 20 euro tops, I'd still probably recommend it. No more than that, though. That's also because it's including the bank stick. So I'm kind of curious. I've seen a lot of reviews on these really cheap bite alarms, these eBay made in China crap, that are more gimmicky than anything, that attach to the pole and the line goes through this little wheel and they look like they were shit. So I'm kind of curious, what's your guys' feedback on bite alarms? What's the big difference between buying a really expensive Drennan bite alarm or whatever? And sure, there's more settings you can, I know there's a big difference, but as far as just the functionality of it, what are your experiences with that? Anyway, as the weather is gotten cold quickly, I'm doing a bit less fishing the last few days and more videos, but I plan to get back out there probably tomorrow and hopefully get some more footage on the river. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and hit like the video if you liked it. Still trying to grow the channel, and meanwhile I'm also going to be including some new videos, not exactly fishing, but currently working on a batch of beef jerky I'm making cold smoked and how to do that. So there'll be some do-it-yourself wild food videos. Thanks for watching, and until next time.